If you what? If you just call his name, it's possible. Call him, beep him if you want to reach him.
Hey. Starting this off with some black excellence. Welcome to the first official episode of Culture Shift LA. Hey, yo, shout out to Zaya Bell. How great was that, y'all? Can we get some W's in the chat for Zaya Bell? Happy Black History Month, you beautiful black people. And congratulations, after this month, we are still black, y'all. Oh, isn't it a beautiful thing? What's up, family? Welcome to the first official episode of Culture Shift LA, the space where faith, creativity, and community come together. This show is produced by the 50mm Collective, a community-driven creative studio dedicated to storytelling that uplifts, informs, and empowers. If you're new here, I'm Raven Trammell, and welcome to the Culture Shift. This is a show all about tapping into what's happening in our culture, staying rooted in faith, and making sure our creative community is plugged into the best opportunities. So whether you're tuning in live or catching the replay, drop a comment and let me know where you're watching from, and let's get into it. All right, let's start off with some 50mm Collective updates. First, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone tapping into the Spiritual Offseason 101. We've been building community of faith-driven creators, and the response has been absolutely incredible. Right now, we're on midterm break, but we pick back up next week for the final 3 weeks of faith training. If you're ready to deepen your spiritual discipline, I got you. Join me on TikTok. At Raven50mm is my handle over there, and let's lock in. Okay, last Friday we had an incredible Culture Shift live episode with the one and only Latasha. She is one of the dopest artists and Web3 pioneers out here, and if you missed it, trust me, you need to go and catch that replay. Not only did we have an amazing conversation about creative independence, but we also got to enjoy some fire Creole food from Stevie's Creole on Pico. If you're in LA and haven't been there yet, go pull up because the food is absolutely unreal. Yo, Stevie, compliments to the chef for real. I don't know, hey, y'all doing something special over there. Those flavors were bussin', okay? We had the jambalaya, which was probably for me the standout. Latasha, I'm curious to know, for you, what was really, what was really making it go. But the catfish too, the blackened catfish, that was also very, very delicious. So shout out to Stevie's for holding us down on that episode of Culture Shift. Latasha has a new single called Chaos dropping next Friday, March 5th. Make sure you pre-save it so you can be the first to hear her new sound. Alright, and last but definitely not least, we won one of Stellar's Build Better grants. That's right, 50mm Collective is in the winning season. Thank y'all for the support. We submitted our blockchain archival idea to their contest, and it got selected as one of the winners. This is a major win for preserving cultural storytelling on chain, and I am beyond excited for what's next. Again, thank you everyone who has continued to support the vision and the mission and the movement that is 50mm Collective. We are just getting started. And real quick, I want to show some love to some of y'all who have been rocking with me and the 50mm Collective as we continue to grow as a creative studio. Shout out to Anna for always tapping into my TikTok lives in the spiritual off season. Also, big love to Rizzy P, who dropped a comment last week on YouTube saying they're excited for this show. I appreciate you. Much love. Stay tapped in. We're going to continue to grow, but only with you in the picture and in the mix. We cannot do this without you. All right, let's get into this next part of the show with the faith feature. This week's faith feature is all about community in action. One LA has been showing up in a major way, partnering with organizations to serve our city and create real impact. This past weekend was no exception, and I want to take a moment to highlight some powerful moments from the past few days. Over the weekend, One LA volunteers teamed up with the Sola Foundation and other community members to support LA fire relief efforts. More than 15,000 homes have been lost, along with schools, businesses, and sacred community spaces. Sola launched their Together We Rebuild campaign to provide immediate aid, long-term recovery, and essential resources to help families get back on their feet. This past Saturday, One LA and partners came together to serve over 2,000 families affected by the fires. The event focused on wellness, self-care, and community healing, with free resources and transportation provided. I had the opportunity to serve and be one of the volunteers. Wow, what a blessing to be a part of that event. It was absolutely incredible to see how many people were able to be impacted and served. And yeah, from the gospel brunch to just the different vendors who showed up and showed out for the different community members, it was really beautiful to see. And if I've learned one thing about LA, we do not play about community, okay? Los Angeles does not play about community. Since the fires have started, people all around the community have been showing up for each other, and it's really been inspiring to see, and it's beautiful, truly. If you want to support these efforts, check out the Sola Foundation website and find ways to give or volunteer, because it's going to take a village to rebuild. Last Sunday, we witnessed a beautiful moment as Dr. Anita Phillips officially joined One LA as a new pastor. And this past Sunday, she sat down with Pastor Torrey Roberts for a deep conversation on inflection points, those key moments that shape the trajectory of our lives and our faith journeys. During service, that was the first time I had heard that phrase before, inflection point, and so I wrote down the definition I wanted to share with you. An inflection point is a phrase used metaphorically in business, economics, tech, and history to describe a crucial turning point, a moment of significant change, acceleration, or transformation. One LA has gone through its own transformation over the years, and this conversation was a powerful reflection on what's next and what's coming for One. I'm curious, what's an inflection point in your life that shifted your faith or your purpose? Drop a comment, because I'd love to hear your stories. Continuing on with updates from One, new music from Isaiah Roberts is dropping this Friday. His single Rome featuring One House Music will be available everywhere. Make sure you pre-save it now so you can be the first to hear it. Let's take a quick listen to a preview of Rome from Isaiah's Instagram.
Yeah, times like this I wish there was a manual on knowing your timing. Cause if I can be honest, all by now I see harvest, but it's still only roots. But if you say I'm not ready, then I'll wait.
One House Music is also dropping an album on March 7th. 3 songs are available right now if you pre-save the album, so make sure you go and do that. And get ready for a full worship experience from the One House team. I'm telling y'all, I've been in the room when they be singing these songs, and you're gonna have an encounter with God. So I'm just fair warning, you know what I'm saying? I love you, so I'm just giving you the warning. Get ready for God, you know what I'm saying? Because I know He's up to something, you know. Just if you've been thinking about taking the next step in your faith journey, One LA is hosting baptisms this Saturday, March 1st. All the details are in the Church Center app. So if that's been on your heart, now is the time. Make sure you go and RSVP. If you've ever been baptized or thinking about it, I'd love to hear your experience. What did it mean for you? Let me know in the comments. Last year, I was divinely guided to be rebaptized. I was baptized as a baby, but I didn't know what it meant. I was literally a baby. But as an adult now, I wanted to be intentional, and so last year I was rebaptized at my home church in Holland, Michigan. And shout out to City Hill Church and Pastor Trenton Harold over there. That experience, me making that public declaration of this walk with God, completely changed my life. Last year was the absolute best life of my life. I am not exaggerating. That is no cap. Like, I did things in my life last year that I could have never imagined for myself. Traveled the world, went to London, Mexico City, came out to LA a few times, like caught the vibes, you know what I'm saying? Just literally moving and trusting God. You start walking different when after you get baptized and you really start committing your life to God. I'm telling you, everything changes. If you RSVP'd, shout out to my few homies who have. I'm so excited for you to take this next step within your faith journey. It's gonna be unlike anything that you can even imagine. It's gonna be better, exceed your expectations. So congratulations. I'm rooting for you. Before we wrap up this faith feature, I want to remind y'all that I've been teaching the Spiritual Offseason 101 over on TikTok as part of the Hillman Talk TikTok University community learning initiative that started. Shout out to Dr. Barlow, who launched that initiative unintentionally, but nonetheless, it's going. If you've been looking to strengthen your faith and build spiritual discipline, this is your training ground. and I welcome you. We are in midterm break right now, but we pick back up next week for the final 3 weeks of training, where next week we're going to be getting into journaling and building that spiritual discipline. We focus on scripture, prayer, meditation, and applying faith in real life. I host TikTok lives every Thursday to break things down and answer any questions in real time, as well as go through a faith training. I will show you how to train your faith in real time, going through each of the spiritual disciplines, and that's every Thursday. Make sure you tap in. If you want to get in on this, tap in with me on TikTok. My handle is @Raven50mm, and enroll in SOS 101. This is completely free, but it is going to require some commitment, because faith is like a muscle, you know what I'm saying? We train it just like an athlete. All right, now let's tap into some of the best events happening in LA that are all about building community, wellness, and creative opportunities. Whether you're looking to move your body, deepen your healing, or expand your network, we got you. Don't worry. Sunday Morning Tennis is an open space for Black folks to come together, hit the courts, and just enjoy the game. No experience necessary. Whether you're a pro or have never picked up a racket before, this is about movement, community, and just having a good time. If you've been looking for a way to stay active and meet dope people in LA, pull up. They host these twice a month, so make sure you tap in and follow Sunday Morning Tennis on Instagram for updates. Y'all, this was one of the most safe, intentional, and healing spaces that I've ever been to. You Good is a Black men's healing circle hosted by Walk Good LA, where we got to tap into yoga, sound baths, and guided journaling. It was a space where vulnerability was welcomed, and to top it off, we even left with a dope gift bag featuring Bevel personal care products. Shout out to y'all. That was a nice touch. That was amazing. That was a good little razzle dazzle to end the already incredible experience. The experience itself was awesome, but to add the gift bag, y'all real for that. If you've been looking for a space to breathe, reflect, and be surrounded by like-minded brothers, I highly recommend you check this out. Walk Good Yard is doing something special, and also shout out to the Walk Good Yard for celebrating 1 year of having this space. What an incredible accomplishment. Salute to all of the soldiers who are putting in the work to make that space what it is. Etienne, Ivy Coco, T, Larry Jean, the whole team. Shout out to each and every one of y'all. Oh, Jay, Kavi, oh my goodness, please forgive me. Shout out to y'all, of course, as well. That space is absolutely incredible, and you know the vibes. You can't fabricate the vibes, as I like to say, and so you can feel the energy and the intention that y'all pour into this space. And so I just want to salute y'all, give you your flowers. Here's your bouquet. Give you your flowers, and just say thank you. Thank you for the space. Thank you for all that you do. Shout out to the whole team. Shout out to Walk Good LA, the Walk Good Yard, and just hosting these intentional events and spaces. Be on the lookout for more events. They also have Laugh Good, which is a community comedy show, also a great time. And they also host a film festival, Film Good, which I believe that will be hosted towards the end of the year. But again, tap into the Instagram to stay up to date and be on the lookout for any updates coming from there. For all my creatives, industry professionals, and storytellers, Essence Hollywood House is going down this Friday. This event is all about connection, creativity, and building opportunities in film and television. From thought-provoking panels to exclusive screenings and networking opportunities, it's a space where both emerging and established talent can thrive. Some of the key discussions include AI in film, how AI is changing opportunities for filmmakers and creators, the future of storytelling, how digital creators are shaping Hollywood, Black Excellence in Media, a special panel on preserving Black cultural storytelling. This is an amazing opportunity to connect with like-minded creatives, get inspired, and expand your network. If you want to be in the building, download the Essence app to RSVP. Alright, which of these events are you pulling up to? Let me know in the comments, or better yet, tag me if you go. I'd love to hear about your experience. Getting into the next part of the show, let's dive into some exciting grant and financial resources available for visual artists and content creators. These opportunities are designed to support your creative journey, so take note of the application deadlines and apply soon. First up, we have the Revolutionary Storyteller Grant, which is an initiative by Photographers Without Borders aimed at supporting storytellers who collaborate closely with communities on land and water protection projects. 3 people will receive $5,000 to support their photography projects. The deadline is March 7th, and applicants must submit a proposal outlining the project, its impact, and how it aligns with the grant's objectives. Next up, we have apexart International Open Call, and they are inviting curators, artists, writers, and creative individuals worldwide to submit proposals for idea-driven group exhibitions. Each selected proposal receives a budget of $10,000, covering curator honorarium, artwork shipping, artist honorariums, and art installation. The application deadline is March 1st, and applicants must submit a 500-word proposal detailing a focused original group exhibition. No images, CVs, or biographical information are accepted. Selection is based solely on the strength of your idea. If either of these opportunities resonates with your creative goals, take the time to prepare your proposals and apply before the deadlines. These programs are designed to support and elevate voices like yours in the creative community. All right, y'all, that's a wrap on our first official episode of Culture Shift LA. We covered a lot today. Faith, community events, and major opportunities for creators. But more than anything, I hope this episode reminded you that you're not alone on this journey. We are building, growing, and thriving together. If you got value from this episode, here's what you can do next. Number 1, subscribe and stay connected. Follow along for more episodes, community updates, and creator resources. Number 2, stay engaged in the comments. What resonated with you today? What grants or events are you tapping into? Let me know. And number 3, tap into SOS 101. Our spiritual off-season faith training picks back up next week, where we'll be kicking off the journaling part of building our spiritual discipline. Join me on TikTok. My handle over there is @Raven50mm. Noun holders can vote to fund ongoing storytelling content that bridges Web3 culture with creators and entrepreneurs. If you're part of the Nouns ecosystem, I'd like to personally invite you to join the movement that is the 50mm Collective. Drop a vote for our project as we continue to pioneer storytelling in on-chain media. And if you believe in on-chain storytelling and want to be a part of this movement, head over to Pods and collect an episode. Let's redefine how we own and archive culture in the growing creator economy. Thank you so much for watching and being on this journey with me. This is just the beginning of Culture Shift and 50mm Collective. Stay hydrated, stay blessed. Peace.